Continue along with a great idea on the morning show, because we've all done this. You do the laundry. In fact, this was my house yesterday, Bruce. Do the laundry, and I had it laying over everything. So welcome, and you're to the rescue this morning.
Well, that's pretty much why I came up with it. A lot of people now are air drying clothing. Instead of throwing them in the dryer, and then when you clean out your lint trap, you're holding a handful of clothing that you throw away every time.
I didn't think of it that way.
So what we wanted to do was come up with a way to air dry all those things in one area. A lot of the drying racks that are out there right now, there's the stackable table type things, and you have to fold the sleeves over on top of each other for sweaters, so they take twice as long to dry. If you use a hanger, if you're drying things on a hanger, you get a neck that just continues to stretch out and get bigger and bigger. Everything here is wet.
Yeah, everything is very wet and very heavy, and so you know that this is not an option for most of us, because you ruin your clothes this way.
That's right. You always get the little bumps wherever the end of the hanger is, and there's just not enough support, especially for a heavy sweater, to support the garment to keep it from losing its shape. You get all the channels, which take longer to dry because they bunch up the fabric also.
Most of us, and this is going to be good for so many different people. I mean, even if you have the dryer at home and you're lucky enough to have a washer and dryer in your house, this is going to be an extra bonus. I was thinking of kids going back to school as well. Those of you who are limited in space, this will be great for. You created this a while back for your own personal needs, but Bruce, when somebody gets this, it's actually going to look like what we have right over here. It's called the Laundrymate. It's V8535, and I'll tell you what, for $29.75, if you guys already have this at home, you don't mind. Bruce doesn't mind. We'd love to have you call in today. We want to hear from you, because I should tell everybody that your company did a survey.
We did a survey of over 500 of our users, people out there that are using
who already
the
bought the product, right?
We got back over 50% of the surveys that we sent out, which is remarkable in itself.
It's good.
And then on top of that, 100% of those, we didn't get one bad response. 100% of them said, yes, I'd recommend it to a friend, and I've never found a better way for drying clothing. That was just remarkable.
That's an incredible response. It definitely is.
It's really easy to use. All you have to do is, when something comes wet out of the washing machine, you just run a bar down either sleeve.
Oh, that's easy.
And then you just take it and you plug the bars together, hang it up, and then you're able to block it out. And this is what, in that survey that we did, probably the biggest response we got was no more ironing or less ironing. Everybody was commenting on the ironing and how much less ironing they were doing.
Will you do that again for us, just so that everybody can see, because I'm not sure that we got to see that. But let's say I took the sweatshirt, and this is a wet sweatshirt, right out of the
spin cycle of the washing machine. Then you just run the bars down the sleeves just like that. Then you just plug them together, hang it up, and block it out. And you'll notice a bunch of different features on this. One thing is we have a bar that has an edge on one side and then a round side on the other. So like on sweaters and sweatshirts, it doesn't mark the top of the sleeve, and you need the extra support. But on a dress shirt like we have next, you can take it and turn the edge of the bar up, and it'll put a crease down the top of the sleeve and pre-establish that crease, so that when you go to the ironing board, if you go to the ironing board, it makes it really simple to iron. And again, this shirt is wet, and you can see by spreading it out and by supporting the collars. We've also included a little collar stay, and they just slide up and down on the bar and on just collared shirts, and you just slide them out against the collar, and it makes it stand up, so that, especially on golf shirts, you've seen guys walk around in their golf shirt, their collars point out, or they lay over to one side. That's because they dried that way. With this, you can shape it, let it dry, and when it dries, that's the end result that you're going to get. Works great on like turtleneck sweaters.
Look at that.
This sweater has been washed and dried more than 40 times.
That's great, and look how beautiful it is, because you're blocking it. You know, you always, in fact, we've recommended it during fashion shows, block it out. But where do you block it out? The other thing, Bruce, is I'm noticing as we're talking about it is, most of us have very small laundry rooms. If we even have a laundry room, this doesn't take up much space.
When you consider that you're able to put as many garments on this as you are, it comes with 6 long sleeve hangers, and on those 6 hangers, you can put as many as 18 to 24 garments. If you're using them like the shower curtain rods, where people drape things over their shower curtain rods, you can drape as many as 6 or 8 items on just one hanger.
Wow.
If you're drying sweaters, which 6 sweaters laid out flat all over the house would take up a tremendous amount of space. With this, all 6 sweaters are all in the same space, and there's no folds, so they're going to dry faster.
A lot
faster.
Was
another comment we got, was how fast things dry. We spaced everything so that you get airflow in between the garments and airflow all the way around them, but yet you still get the support you need in order to let things dry. You really need a lot of support when something's wet. Another thing is, when I'm drying my short sleeve shirts, especially in the summertime when mostly everything that I do is short sleeve shirts like golf shirts and t-shirts and things like that. I can also take it and slide a pair of shorts. If you'll get a shot of this, we've got a collar stay out here on the end instead of at the top, and that'll keep things from sliding off. But you can take and slide a pair of shorts on one side, and it won't rotate and fall off because of the square design. So then you go and get another pair of shorts and put them on the other side, and I've got 3 garments just on one hanger. So 18 garments it's very easy to get 18 garments.
We've all said it ourselves, and how many of you feel like every time you put that outfit in the dryer, it shrinks a little more, it beats it up a little bit more? Vicky's shaking his head and agreeing, and you spend so much time and money picking out those clothes, spending your hard-earned money on it. Look at the beadwork here. A lot of things say hand wash, lay out, flat to dry. Where do you lay them? Most of us don't have a place in our home or our apartments today.
And if you were to lay this garment out to dry, one of the things you'd have to do afterward is iron it. And if you tried to iron in and out of all these things, if you threw it in the dryer, the heat would cause the glue that's glued all this stuff on to release and let everything go. So it would only last about 2 or 3 times. A lot of people make their own little designs and stuff on their clothing. They want it to last. You know, grandmother. Yeah, exactly. So you want those things to last and look good forever. This shirt too has also been washed more than 30 or 40 times. Every time we do QVC, we wash it. Every time we do a home show, we wash it. We wash them every time. And it hasn't got a wrinkle in it because you're able to spread it completely out and let it dry.
Bruce, we're going to go ahead and find out what Ginny from New Jersey thinks this morning. Hiya, Ginny. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Pat?
We're doing great.
So glad to talk to you.
Thanks. Ginny, do you like this idea?
Sure do. We hang things all the time.
Yeah. And you know, I bet you've got a lot of the hand wash, lay out, flat to dry. Where do you dry them now, Ginny?
Well, we have a little dryer that I stand up and we hang them. I was just like you yesterday.
I had
all
them everywhere.
Over the place.
You know, and then I take them and I flip them on the other side, and they always come out with some kind of weird configurations. And my husband complains, I go, "Hey, look, it's clean."
Yeah, and the whole and the bumps in the shoulders.
Yep. Exactly. But what are the other options out there? As Bruce said, you can either stack them or you can buy silly little things, but this really is the answer.
It looks great.
This is the one rack system all in one. I mean, you can use hangers, or you can use the little stackable tables, or you can use the little wooden racks that you drape things over. But
got them
all of them, none of them will do everything. This will do everything. All the draping, everything that you want to do. But on none of the other racks are you going to get a completely fold-free garment when you're drying your sweaters. You have to at least fold them once to drape them over something, and that's going to take double the drying time.
Ginny, do you feel like you're always doing laundry in your house?
Constantly.
Yeah, me too. I told my husband we have a triage system in ours. What you need to wear tomorrow, we do first. But a lot of that is because you have to wait for it to dry. Right. Washing's never the problem, it's drying it.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
This will hang over a door or mount to a wall. You don't have to hang it over a door. You can hang it over a door or mount it to a wall or mount it on a fence in the backyard or wall in the garage. If you're going to hang it over a door, it takes no tools to assemble. Everything just snaps together. It's got a 10-year warranty on all the parts. If you break anything within the first 10 years, we'll replace it for free.
That manufacturer's warranty. Ginny, thank you very, very much. Where in New Jersey are you from?
Parsippany.
Parsippany. Oh, you're a little bit far for me to bring my laundry. I'll have to buy my own. Thanks, Ginny. You enjoy it. And please call back when Bruce is here next time. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. You know, perfect time of the day, because I bet I'm not the only one who did laundry all weekend long, or you're looking at it, you go home from vacation. What do you do with all those beautiful sweaters? And let's face it, soon we're going to be getting those fall clothes out. What are you going to do with all those beautiful sweaters and all those fine things that you don't want to spend the money and send to the dry cleaners because you know you can do it better? The hard part is drying, and this is the answer. Bruce, terrific product. Please come back again.
I will.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's called the Laundrymate. Please stay on the line for it. It's V8535. You know, it'll only be 15 more minutes, but we're going to have one of the world's leading authorities on natural healing. His name is Gary Null. Many of you have listened to him. You'll recognize his voice. He has a world of knowledge, and he shares it with us with his complete and